So this is the Find Yourself with these character cards. And the purpose of this, for you to know, but you don't tell the kids, is you're testing their willingness to comply. You want that in this game. If they can't comply, they can't play. So this will create reason for them to become more compliant humans. And then this is what you tell them. So you've placed all of these, either one of these sets, out in the field, like anywhere from 10 yards to 20 yards to 30 yards away, depending on how much you think these kids run, and they need to run. This is a really good starting game for them.
Opposite side of the field.
Opposite side of the field. You don't want it to take up too much time because you still have to do sword training and all the other stuff too. So just like 30 yards is good.
You got 8 hours.
Like from, I guess from here to the end of the wooden section, that would be the furthest I would do for this challenge, because they have to run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, okay? So you've placed them all out there, and if you don't have the time to place it, you get one of the other staff to place it, or you even hire one of the helpful kids to go place them. And to place it is going like this. That's how durable these are. And you just, it doesn't matter how far apart they are, you just, every 3 feet, just let it go. And you demonstrate that to the kids, and then that person can do a big arching sweep of these characters in a row. So they're not going to see them from where you're standing. And then you say to the kids, you're standing here with them, and you're like, okay, now's the time for you to find yourself. But before you do, some of you probably already have your D&D characters or characters you want to bring from something else, but I just want to see if you can create something new for this campaign. In order to do that, this is what you do. I want you to pick a character, and you can all, it doesn't matter if multiple of you have the same character, you just need to pick it. Are you ready?
Right now you are.
Go find a character. So that is the funnest night I've made. And you're gonna get some that are like, I want to be this one. I don't want this person to be. I want to be this one too. What do you say? What can you say? In the heat of the moment, what can you say right now? To
Rock, paper, scissors.
Well, I've already said you can have many people being the same character.
Okay.
So you can both be
Okay.
the same character.
Yeah. You could both be the same character. You could have 4 people wanting to be the same character, but now it means they have to work together to do the next task.
Okay.
Okay? And you have to say that you can't steal this character because this one's already taken. See, it's in a card already. If you're going to create your own, you can't have the same name, but it could be a very similar character for all the other reasons. And they'll be like trying to understand why this card has hands and feet and the written stuff, and you say it's not about that. It's just about inspiring you to find your character, who you want to be in this game. So that takes a few minutes. Then what you're going to do is, where you're standing, you're going to collect up all these cards. So let's pretend we do that. Come on over here. Okay. We're going to pretend that all these characters, so stand there. All these characters are way over there, about this far apart. And you're going to draw a line in the sand. And you're going to say, oh yeah, this is the line of scrimmage, which means you must get across this line before I say 0. I think it's going to take you 30 seconds to find yourself. And they'll be like, what? I can't run that fast. Okay, I'll give you 40 seconds. You have to run across this line, find your character, and get back before I say 0. Which means this is a challenge to determine if you're going to do what's asked of you before getting what you want. The challenge is to do what is asked of you before getting what you want. You might find yourself quick enough and you're back and woohoo, yay you, good luck. And if you don't, you have to get back here. So I will intentionally be counting down from 40, and I'll say 20, 19. Everybody needs to help me make the noise louder. 18, 17, 16, all the way down. So you have enough information to know that you have to get across this line before I say 0. Or else guess what your consequence is?
You don't get a character?
You don't get to play the second round.
Oh.
You can try again, the third round, but you missed your chance to go find yourself the second round. And there's going to be a lot, there's no hand,
They run
It's like,
faster.
that's the rules. Sorry, how it's got to go. Any questions? If you have folks that are not runners and they cannot do that, you can preset something a little bit different specifically for them and have their character shorter, and everybody else has to support that. It's an agreement made with everyone. So they go ahead and they're lined up, and then you tell them, put your card down on the line because you're going to come back to your card. We've got the 3 friends over here that all want to be the young boy.
Like how we picked stuff that we all see in ourselves. It's interesting.
Yeah, right? Is everybody ready? You're just going to pretend you're just going to run to there, right? Okay, let's see how this goes. In this case, I'm going to say 4 seconds. Because it's right there. Ready?
There's only 2 there.
3. Wait, that's what happens.
Oh,
It's over there. Okay?
for the
So in your case, 4 seconds. So you just stay there.
Yeah.
And record. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, go! And let's say you didn't make it. You're still back here. Come on over here. Okay. I noticed you picked up a different character. What about you? That's not your character. That's not your character either. Okay, this happens. This happens every time. So, I'm going to clarify. You're looking for your character. It's the matching one. It looks just like yours. It's identical. Okay, so this time, those of you who have a character, you're going to put it back exactly where you found it. And then, you're going to try to find yours. I noticed that y'all got back here pretty quick. I mean, sometimes some of us are so focused on finding our character that they're not paying attention to the rules. But you know what happens in this game? You get dead when that happens. Do you know why? Because the monster will get you. So,
all slow first.
right? So, how can we help this person here to get across the line with us? What can you all do?
Help find their character.
Help find his character.
Oh, good try. You're not allowed to help find the character in this challenge. What else could you do?
Cheer them on.
Cheer them on, good, yes, and?
Dragon Pass.
And come on, we gotta go! Okay, there's some of that.
That's allowed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And, because it's like a buddy system, and you're counting down out loud with the counter if you're the kind of person that can multitask. Does that make sense? You're finding ways to help your companion without doing it for them. Okay? So sorry, you don't get to run this time. You gotta stand here. I know it sucks, and it happens to everyone at least once in some capacity of life. So, do you want to count with me? Sure. Okay. This time, you're gonna put those characters back, and I'm giving you 3 seconds. Ah! Follow the rules. I know, we're so excited. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. Go! Make sure you use the D. Duh! It's such a good part of the game. You're creating a physical, visual boundary. This is so key at the start of any game, because as soon as you add a sword and you tell them to stop and they won't, in the heat of the moment, or the monster says too hard, and they don't comply to the request, then you have to have a larger consequence for those kind of scenarios. So this is a good, simple base consequence. Okay, so I noticed that you all came back with nothing. But in this case, let's pretend that 2 of you came back with your characters and then you get to go again, okay? So you're back and you're like, haha, we win, haha, we won, ha. I'd be like, okay, well, guess what? You don't win, nobody wins until everybody wins. What does that mean? What are you talking about? We won, we got our thing. Nobody wins until everybody wins. This is called having a group mind. Nobody wins till everybody wins. What could you do? This is me talking to the kids. What could you do to help these two? Because I want to go find monsters right now, but we can't. We haven't found ourselves yet.
Are we not allowed? We're not allowed to help them find their cards.
Okay, so if you're gonna help them find a card, you cannot say, it's right here! But what you can do is miming or speaking a riddle. So the point is, we're not doing it for our friend, but you could be like, the kids are like, can I stand over it and go like this? I'm like, yep, you could do that as long as you're not saying, it's right here, okay? Because these kids, they didn't find it, they were slower, they're starting to feel sad because they didn't win, all that kind of feeling, but they don't want it to be given away. But these kids want the game to move on, right? So now, your job is to find a way to communicate to the friend where their card is, okay? So let's pretend that your card, and what was yours? This one? Your cards are here. And this one, let's say the wind touched it somewhere. For some reason this ended up under here. It's really hard to see. So think about all the different ways these kids could communicate to these kids what to do. And as a leader, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds this time. Okay? Any questions?
Wait, hold on. Are they playing this round?
Yes, they get to both play this round.
Okay.
And you can't tell them where their card is. You can't pick it up. You don't speak English except for in riddles and rhymes. Ready, set, go. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. This happens almost every time. Okay, friends. Oh dear. What can we do for this character? Because I'm noticing that we have to get across the line on time. How can we support this person here? What do you think they'll say?
As a kid, what would we say, or what I would say?
What would the kids say?
Can you give us more time?
Can you give us more time? Do you think this person would ask for that?
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's, can you pause on that? Okay, so this one, who never makes it across the line, think quickly in the moment. This is very much the behavior interventionist world. Think in the moment. Are they not running because they're tired? They don't ever run in life. They are embarrassed. They didn't get to have their favorite character because they didn't like the person who had the character they had, so they had to pick a crappy one and they didn't want to do it, so they just don't even want to play. There's like all the possibilities of why that kid is not running. They have autism, but nobody knew that. So when you say run, when you say run, they're like, how fast and why and where and in what time frame and for who and all the things, right? There's like their reason why may not be determinable right in the initial moment. But that's not the group's job and the leader's job to determine in that moment. But it is a good thing to start focusing on it in this challenge. And then as the leader, if you're in the moment, being like, okay friends, how are we gonna solve this? This is where the helpers, if nobody speaks up, you can offer ideas like little side crickets. Well, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could do this. Maybe we could have more time. It's like, okay, so what if we're out in the forest and we're running and we're trying to find something or we're trying to run away from something? Isn't this character gonna die right away because they're not running fast enough away from the being? Who here is willing to defend this character? Woo! You got peeps! Awesome! Will you come over here for a sec? Yeah. Will you be this character again, Em? You got a person. You get to have your own person. So not only do you get to have a second sword, if you decide to hand them a second sword, this is your defense over here. They also might be willing to be like, hey, come on. Are you okay to be touched? Can they grab you like this and be like, we gotta go? Are you okay with that? You open to doing that? Sure. Yeah, great. Ready? The monster's coming. Great, okay? There's many ways, and it's not just your job to help, it's all of our jobs to help everybody here get with the game. Okay? And here's another additional piece, and I'm gonna get you to hit stop on that.